I believe you can all hear me. Hello, can you all hear me, please?
Yeah, I muted them. They can just type yes if they can.
Okay. Well, we are going to start with the introduction. We all know that protecting our personal safety revolves around preventive thinking. By taking sensible precautions and being aware of our surroundings. There are simple ways to improve our personal safety on a daily basis, most of which only require common sense or following good safety practices. Depending on the situation, you are likely to encounter different personal safety risks. We have put together a range of personal safety tips based on a number of scenarios. But then we are going to start by defining what is safety. And thereafter, we'll also define what security is all about. The word safety is used to refer to a condition where someone or a thing is protected from causes that are likely to cause harm, whereas the word security simply means protecting organizations or people against danger or threats. I believe yesterday we had a lecture on cybersecurity, where we define cybersecurity as protection of our network security computer systems, including our cloud infrastructure, as well as our online resources from cyber threats. So now, what is personal security? Personal security is generally a condition that occurs after adequate efforts are taken to deter or delay and provide warning before possible crime. If such warning occurs, to summon assistance and prepare for possibility of crime in a constructive manner is required. Why is it all that important? You may ask, why is personal security so much important? Personal security is a concept that we all need to have in order to feel at peace and minimally comfortable. Many people, we all know about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which places safety and security second on the list. This means that after satisfying our physiological needs, we need to feel safe as well. So there are so many things that we're going to talk on today, but now we are going to start with personal safety tips for our everyday life. One thing you should know is that you must trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right to you, trust your gut and take action by removing yourself from the situation. All you need to do on your personal safety as well is to keep your valuables hidden. Make yourself less of a target, but not shying away from whatever you are doing. This can be achieved by not advertising anything valuable, from desirable technology to expensive looking jewelries. You should also ensure that your bag, whatever you are carrying, is always kept closed. One thing you should also know is that you should try to spread out your valuables. We all know that it is a good idea not to keep valuable in the same place. So how do we achieve that? We can use different spaces. For example, for our phones, for our keys, and money. You should try not to keep them all gathered together in the same place. What about carrying your cash? Although most transactions are now made via card or phones, having a small amount of cash is always a sensible idea. Just because of eventualities. You should ensure that you carry you keep at least little amount of cash always with you. One thing you should also do is that don't forget and don't fight for your valuables. If you are unfortunate to be targeted by thieves, let your valuables go. We know we can always replace them. Scream for help. If someone attempts to grab you, scream at the top of your lungs for help. Well, these are personal safety for our everyday life. We're not going to look into personal safety while walking on foot. What do we do to ensure our safety? We should try to choose appropriate footwear. Use something that is sensible shoes, such as trainers or anything flat that will allow you to make quick getaway in case of eventualities. We must always be alert to our surroundings. We should always concentrate on where you are going and what's happening around you. Don't be distracted by your phones or have your headphones in both ears so that you can't hear potential danger signs. Most of the time, we are so much engrossed with the use of handset. We don't even bother while walking. So we have to be very alert anytime you are walking around our surroundings. Of course, we must always walk with confidence and purpose. Must always keep your head up and walk with a steady pace. Travel, as we all know, is something that is essential. However, while traveling, you should always travel as if you know where you're going, even if you don't know. Also, don't be afraid to make eye contact with people you pass. Stick to public areas. Avoid cutting through parks. Most of the time, we like to cut corners. Don't cut through parks or fields or wood or other shortcuts. Shaving off time from your journey isn't worth the risk. So we have to be very careful. Of course, while walking as well, we must always walk in the direction of oncoming traffic. You'll be able to see any accident happening up ahead to prevent vehicles from pulling up behind you. What again should we do while going on a walk? Don't go home if you think you are being followed. Instead, go somewhere public where you can alert security or family members or friends. So you have to be very careful. So you might be trailed by unknown persons. We also look at personal safety at homes. Homes, we all know, should be a place where people should feel safe and secure. Personal safety at home is something that can easily be prioritized, but often gets taken for granted. What then should we do whilst working at home? You should always look at your home through the eyes of a burglar. Half of burglaries are opportunistic by taking advantage of an open window or unlocked doors. What then should we do as well at home? We should always try to install motion sensor lights. This will act as a deterrent and provide a visual alert that someone is at your home. Leave keys in sensible places. Don't put them near the front door or anywhere that can be seen outside. Of course, avoid attaching your name and address to your keys. If they are lost or stolen, It will make it easy for a burglar to trace you. Check the identity of house callers. If you are unconvinced by the identity, call the organization using appropriate numbers. Don't go inside if you suspect there is an intruder in your home. Immediately call security agencies. Call the police and all those responsible for your safety. Well, we are going to talk about working in other people's homes. For those of us who don't have other maybe offices and we prefer to work in some homes, what are the safety measures to put in place? One thing we should always do is that we should try as much to familiarize ourselves with the area. Google and know the location where you are heading to. As well, you should try to have an exit and strategy before you arrive. Thinking about this in advance will help you to recall them in time of stress. Only bring with you what is essential. Don't weigh yourself down with unnecessary items that will make you less mobile and that could make you more of a target. Of course, you should always wear appropriate clothing. If you don't have uniform, wear around in. Keep a clear path to the door. Avoid positioning yourself so that you will not be trapped. Well, we all know in our present dispensation, this our very nation that we are in now, the rise of terrorism, militancy, kidnapping, internet fraud, and armed robbery calls for caution. If you must survive in Nigeria, you must be wary of all such. Although these crimes are restricted to some areas, but that doesn't mean that you are not expected to be security conscious at every given time. So what do we do in such instances? One of the tips that you must always have at the back of your mind is to build perimeter fences around your compound. In our modern Nigeria, we will realize that almost every building is fenced for security reasons. People fence their buildings to prevent unwanted visitors from coming in. Thus, if you intend building a house, then you should make provision for perimeter fence. What again should we do? We should try as much to install alarm system in our homes, in our offices, and even in our vehicles. Installing alarm system in our homes, offices, or in our cars will help is one of the ways of preventing burglars from breaking into our homes or our offices. It's also data car snatchers for snatching your vehicle or stealing valuables from your vehicles. What again do we need? There is also need for personal safety alarm. Personal safety alarms are available in the form of dedicated devices or can be activated on our smartphones by downloading specialist applications. Ensure that the doors and gates are always under locks and keys at all times. It is important to ensure that your doors and gates are always under locks and keys at all times to prevent intruders from coming into your facility. What you should also bear in mind is that don't give strangers lift. But if you must, please be extra careful. People offer leave to commuters that are stranded, but it is not a wise decision. If you must give or offer lift, you just have to be extra careful so as to avoid picking armed robbers or kidnappers. What again should we do for our personal safety? We should try as much as possible not to disclose our personal information to strangers. People offer lift to strangers or to stranded people, but it is not a wise decision. We have to be extra careful by giving them such vital information. We must try as much as possible to conduct comprehensive security checks before hiring domestic employees. It is normal to hire cooks, gatesmen, washers, men, and nannies, among others. But please, you should ensure that you conduct yourself very well by carrying out a comprehensive background and security checks before hiring any domestic staff. What else do we do? Ensure that you always carry your identity card along with you, a valid ID card. Do not leave your house without a valid ID card. It is your valid ID card that will save you if there is a police raid around your community or environment. So it is also good to network with lots of friends, but it is a wiser decision to keep fewer friends around with you. The more close friends you have, the more likely you will be implicated. These are a few security tips. Always keep few close friends. Always keep torchlight and a whistle close to you. Torchlights and whistles are very important security gadgets around us. Ensure that you always have them with you. This is a great way to alert people when the chips are down. What about security dogs? Try and buy as much security dogs. If you are the one that loves dogs, then you can buy security dogs and keep them in your compound. This is important if you live with your family alone in a fenced compound. You should also try to install burglary in your windows. We have talked about one before. Why do we install burglaries? We install burglaries on our windows to prevent burglars from breaking into our homes or our offices. Try to ensure that burglaries are provided at all times. Ensure that you always keep limited cash with you, always. We have discussed that one before, as it is a safe way of avoiding robbers from attacking you. You can also install CCTV cameras in your home and offices. This will help you monitor activities within your facilities. Always ensure that you scrutinize your children's friends. It is a way of preventing people from spying your home and family. Never wind down your glasses. Most of the time you see people driving, you see their glasses down. Never wind them down. At night, especially when driving, you can be attacked by bad guys. Don't forget to always make use of your car security lock when you are inside your car. You to either withdraw cash or pay in cash at night. You can be attacked easily. Ensure that you conduct all transactions when it is still bright. It is important not to attend business calls in the public. You can mistakenly pass vital information to criminals when you do so. Having talked about that, we'll discuss some important security system installation. What are all these security installation that you still need to have around us or around you? One of the things you must always ensure that you have around you is the intruder alarm and detection system. Always have them around you. Ensure that you install access control system and biometric solutions in all our entrances. CCTV camera system, as we have discussed earlier, are also very important. Ensure that you install fire alarm systems. Real-time guard patrol system is also essential. Ensure that you have beams, gates, and electric fencing around our homes. What are the additional safety rules in workplaces? Some of the safety rules we should always bear in mind is that we must always follow the dress code. You must wear safety gear at all times. If you're working in companies or industries, factories, maintain personal hygiene at all times. Take responsibility for your personal safety. Maintain a clean workspace. Follow work procedures. Learn how to act in an emergency. Report incidences if they occur. Maybe we'll take some few break, but before then, what are the things that we have discussed and some of the things that we need to bear in mind? You have to be responsible for your personal safety. Be alert to potential danger. Trust your instincts. Be aware of all your surroundings. Avoid anything that does not feel safe. Anticipate possible problems at all times. We should always be vigilant and prepare for anything. We must also at all times. We have discussed so many of different aspects of security. Maybe we just take a few break and ask maybe if people have questions, clarification, or doubts to be clear. Thank you.
Thank you, retired Wing Commander Emmanuel Kazama. We so much appreciate your time and effort in getting us to this point as far as personal security safety is concerned. We'll give you some break so that you freshen up and relax while we have a short form of discussion. The question and answer session will come up immediately he comes back. But before then, while he's on break and we are on break, if you have any comment to make, feel free to just raise up your hands and you can make your comment, but not questions for now. Not questions, just comment. Thank you. So please, can raise up your hands and make your comment. Okay, forward Tadi, over to you. Please let it be very brief so that we can take as many as possible. Forward Tadi, are you there? Okay, Somade Adekoya. Hello. Adekoya, over to you. Okay. I believe Adekoya is not. Benjamin Ishaku, over to you. Benjamin Ishaku, unmute yourself, please. Hello, Benjamin. Okay, Issa Mohammed, unmute yourself. Issa Mohammed, please unmute yourself.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, the lectures is really interesting.
Yeah.
We learn a lot. So many things that we thought is just passerby, but we are being educated.
Thank you.
We need to be more conscious. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Issa Mohammed. Amu Yusuf. Amu Yusuf, over to you. Okay, I think Amu Yusuf is not ready.
Hello.
Yeah, over to you, Amu Yusuf.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Okay, I think Amu Yusuf is not ready. Johnson.
Good evening.
Johnson, over to you, Johnson.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Actually, you. I have a question regarding physical security. Okay, my question is that regarding physical security,
please, it's not time for questions, please. We just want to make comments. When he comes back from break, maybe we just allow him rest for some minutes. Then when he comes back from his break, we can take questions.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Sofri, you're the next person, Peter side. We'll just take two more and we find out if our guest lecturer is ready.
Good evening.
Good evening. Briefly, please.
Good evening. Okay, good evening. Wow, it's a very interesting lectures, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
It taught us a lot about cyber security, exactly what is really going on in the world, like what is really happening. You know, it's an eye-opening for so many of us that doesn't know about what cyber security is all about.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let me look for a woman this time around. That'll be gentle, sensitive. Aisha Anne Suleiman.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I want to appreciate the general for this cyber security training. As the last person said, is an eye opener, and I appreciate when he said we should mind the friends our children keep. They can be used as agents to like attack us, and I really appreciate that. It's an eye opener for me. I just want to appreciate you too, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Aisha Anne. We'll take two more persons, and then that will be all for now. So I have so many hands raised. Who do I call now? Okay, Offiong Okon Joseph. Why are you running away? Offiong Okon Joseph. Are you with us? You can unmute yourself. Okay, I don't think.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thank God for the program. It's been a lovely moment for the past since yesterday.
Thank you.
And I think that the program is okay. And I'm looking forward to having a finishing point so that we can at least have it the content in detail. So
No
I
problem.
like the program.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. One more female, Linda Golpin Gokum. Unmute yourself. Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Well, I am grateful. I will say I'm the happiest because living alone with children has never been easy. But being part of this group, being part of this teaching, I have learned a lot. And there are things I know that are vested for a long time. Now it's time to recall them back. And then I want to say thank you because it's really a great development. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Linda Gokum. And the last person is Somade Adekoya, once again.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm really happy to be part of this. Honestly, I'm very, very happy because I've been looking forward to be in cyber security and I'm very, very happy to be part of this family. I'm really, really happy. I have a lot of experience. Why from yesterday, everything is there. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Adekoya. So much appreciate you. Okay. I think we will go back to our guest lecturer now. Should be ready for us. Just give me 1 minute to make sure that he's set, and we're back to the completing part of this program. And from look of things, we might have to leave here for 9. Thank you. Okay. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second leg of this program. We'll be calling on our guest speaker to take the concluding part of this program, and we can call it a day after this. So we welcome Wing Commander retired, Emmanuel Gazama, back on stage. Over to you, sir. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have an issue here. We have space for just 1,000 persons. I think our guest was disconnected and he can't connect back because it's full already, except one or two persons will volunteer to exit so that he can step in. But I don't know who is going to volunteer to exit for him to come in. Yeah, who will volunteer to leave the stage for him to come in? Yeah, but yeah, those of you that want to volunteer should volunteer. It's being recorded. Yes, it's being recorded, so we'll send you the recorded version. So please, those of you that want to volunteer should volunteer so that he can step in immediately. Thank you. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, Wing Commander Gazama Emmanuel, retired. Are you still here? Okay. Sir, you can go ahead now if you are available so that we can start with the concluding part. I'm sure you are muted already. Can you hear me, sir? You can unmute yourself, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Welcome back, sir. Over to you, sir. You can go ahead now.
What are we going to do now, you said?
Okay, you can go ahead now, sir. You are on with you.
Hello?
Yeah, you can go ahead. We are with you, sir. Can you hear us? Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay, I thought the last instruction.
Yeah, so you can go ahead now, sir.
Hello?
Hello, you can go ahead. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So having talked on all these security measures, what then do we do? As we have said, you have had the lectures, and as a recap, what we have actually discussed is about our personal security. We have discussed why is it all that important. We have discussed the issue of working at home, working in other people's home or premises. We have also given tips on how to survive and stay safe in our present Nigeria as a result of the so many issues that we are having ranging from terrorism, militancy, kidnapping, internet fraud, armed robbery, and such like. We have also talked about to safeguard our environment, all the essential things that will be required to stay safe. So I haven't talked to all this. I don't have questions so that we can at least treat them. Hello?
Hello, please come again. Please repeat what you just said now.
Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Yes. What all the issues ranging from hello.
Hello, okay. We couldn't hear you initially. Maybe you can repeat what you just said. Hello. Hello.
Okay. I've said that I haven't discussed on our personal security. Hello?
Okay, yeah. Okay. So it's time for question and answers now.
I can hear you. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah. It's time for question and answer, right?
Okay.
Okay. So we are going to take questions for 5 persons.
Yes.
And this is how we are going to do it. We are going to, okay, let's just do it one after the other. Alabi Akinola, you'll be the first person. Over to you. Unmute yourself and ask a question. Alabi Akinola.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please make it brief.
Okay, my question goes thus.
Good evening.
Talking about this perimeter, form a perimeter fencing around your compound. But you see sometimes when the way we build our fences in this part of the world, you will see that we build something like a prison yard, a very tall one. Does this one doesn't have the disadvantage also to security? So far, if somebody, an intruder enter the compound and nobody from outside can sight because of the height of the fence, what do you think about that one, sir? That is my question. That is my question. Hello.
Hello, sir. Can you hear us?
I can hear you, sir.
No, I'm talking about Sagazama. I think the network is really bad. The network is bad. I think I will suggest something rather than we just waiting.
Okay.
We may have to send our questions to the WhatsApp group, and we send it to the WhatsApp group and it will be forwarded to him.
Okay.
And he will now do a voice note to respond to it, and it will be sent back. That might just be a measure we have to do because the network seems to be very, very bad. Not helping him at all. And for those people that ask questions about certain questions in the classroom on WhatsApp, it is not as if we don't want to answer your question. But the truth remains that cybersecurity is a topic that is easily reachable on the net. So rather than answering so many questions on things that we can just Google, we choose to just answer some of the ones that we feel you can't really find on Google. For instance, how to pursue a career in cybersecurity. Even that one, if you type it on Google, you find it. The best security net, whatever, for your internet connections. You can find it on Google. I might tell you it is this, and you go there and find something else. So questions like that are not questions that are too straightforward. And we encourage people as much as possible to also research on things themselves. If they have told you the areas of mitigation in cybersecurity, it's not left for you to go online and do more research on how to use a particular area to fortify your security network as far as cybersecurity is concerned. But asking questions, in fact, the funny thing is that the internet and cybersecurity is one area that you have several answers to one question. So you must have to look for questions that suit you and suit your area of need. Okay, from all indication, we might not be able to continue, seeing that our guest speaker has been disconnected. It's not online right now. It's not here. It has been disconnected, and I will suggest that you post your questions in your WhatsApp group, and it will be forwarded. Yeah, the number to forward it to will be sent around. So once you forward your question, it will be responded to in a voice note and sent back to you in the class. And for tomorrow, from tomorrow, people can start making their payments in the classroom for their certificates, but from tomorrow, certificates will be issued. Yeah, certificates will be issued. Josh, great. That's what I'm just doing now. You can start getting your certificates tomorrow. If you are interested in getting a certificate for this course, it will be 3,000 naira. And please note that this certificate is UK CPD accredited. It simply means you can actually use it to work in UK or any other country you find yourself that accepts UK certification. The one thing I can tell you is that you can use it to work in UK. We intend to make sure that as many Nigerians as possible, Africans in general, as possible, because we have people from other African countries. We even have people from outside Africa here. Yeah. You need to also be able to have your hands, lay your hands on this certificate. No, we are not going to have any exam. We're not going to have any exam. This is one course that is so interesting that everybody wants to put in their best. And in fact, I can assure you that everybody here will want to go further beyond what we've done now. What we just succeeded in doing is just stirring your interest and making sure that you develop that interest and work on it to be able to achieve more as far as cybersecurity is concerned, as far as safety, personal safety is concerned. And I can assure you that with this certificate and with this kind of knowledge, you will make a difference in your place of work, in your business, and wherever you find yourself, in and outside Africa. Thank you once more. I want to say so much appreciate your time and effort. Going back to the WhatsApp group. Somebody just asked if you can use it to get a job in an Arab country. Well, one thing you should know about certificate, even if you're having Harvard University certificate, it depends on the employer. If he decides not to take it from you, fine. And beyond the certificate you are having, you need to also build yourself with the knowledge and skill that you've been taught to be able to garnish it up with your certificate. So sometimes you might have certificate and you'll not be employed because you can't defend the certificate. You should be able to defend your certificate. And please, for those of you that will get the link to fill in your certificate, don't make the mistake of sharing that link. We have a database. The moment you share the link, there's a tracking code. Instantly, that all your information will be transferred to the other person. So if you're in the embassy tomorrow and they say, tell Laplace Metaverse to send us your details, we might not find your details. But the other person you shared your link with, we have his or her details on our database. So please guard against that. Fill your form, get your certificate, and call it a day. Thank you. Please, where do we get the recorded link for this? It will be sent to the WhatsApp group. Please, I want to say something. Go ahead to learn Also, okay. You said you want to say something, please, to Leo, okay? I'm promoting you now to Leo Teheme. Over to you. Unmute yourself. Teheme.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I must appreciate the organizers of this event. Actually, the event come at the right time. I joined from Moscow. I'm a student of cybersecurity, master degree student, and
Thank you.
I'm just watching from background, and I really appreciate them because it's worth it. There's one thing I want to just add about the certificate issue we're talking about.
Okay.
Any certificate you get this very time is very, very important because presently there are some scholarship out there that if you want to get, the more the number of certificate you get, the higher you have the chances of getting such a scholarship and being able to study abroad. So online courses like this are always very important when you have them and you have the certificate. So I will encourage each and every one of you to get a certificate. Very, very important. You can improve on better. Yeah. So just as I say, there are so many opportunities out there that you can use all the certificate and get in life.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother Teheme. You are so much appreciated for that short speech. Okay, and somebody said they have students from India, and we are going to send you a dollar account for students outside Nigeria to pay. We have students paying from different countries, including US, UK. They are all making their payments. So we'll send you a dollar account for them to pay. It's just 3,000 naira, so you convert it to dollar, you know what to pay. Yeah, if you want to pay more than 3,000, good and fine, but it's 3,000 naira. Yeah. Okay, please share us with the scholarship opportunity. Okay, I think once he gets it to us, if there's something we want to be doing from now henceforth, we want to start posting verified vacancies from United Nations and scholarship opportunities to all our students. So once you are in our class, be rest assured that any moment from now, you'll be getting these vacancies. So we want Africans as much as possible to be getting this, exposed to these international vacancies. Now that you are getting certificates, yeah, you should be able to apply for these jobs so that we'll be everywhere. And a lot of people can start getting jobs. Could you please send the account number? The account number will be sent to the WhatsApp group where you took your class. So don't worry, just hold on, you get that. Yeah. Any other comment or question? I came late, please. This program is being recorded, so you're going to get the recorded version of this program. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please, we're going to back to the WhatsApp group. You'll be sent the account number for the certificates. And maybe we'll create a form for people that have questions to fill, and we'll send them to retired Wing Commander Emmanuel Gazama, and he will go through those questions and answer them. So while you're in the class, please don't be patient as we create a Google form for you to fill with your questions, and we'll forward them to him to respond to. This one is the deadline for our certificate payment. Today is Sunday. Okay, we can shift it till Tuesday, since today is tomorrow is public holiday. We'll shift it to Tuesday for you. So don't worry and don't be under pressure, but try and make payment on Tuesday so that we can wrap it up. Yeah. Thank you all, and God bless you. Okay.
Thank you. God bless
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye.
I really